They're upstairs.
I hear Adriana's walking.
I brought some tissues in case it was emotional.
I hear Adriana's walking. I brought some tissues in case it gets emotional. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Thank you. All right, we're going to get right to it. Right to it. This young man is seeking advice. He goes, why would this woman assume I will be okay with this? Bring it over here. Get the complaining out the way. All right, he goes. I am 24. She's 24. We live in the United States. We went out on 3 dates. Oh my God. Shout out to me hitting puberty. I just hit puberty all over again. Let me start from the beginning. One more again. Why would this woman assume I will be okay with this? I'm 24. She's 24. We live in the United States. We went on 3 dates. First date was fine. We made out and chilled. Second date, we had sex. She seemed very interested. But I was more serious. Third date was today. I told her how much I liked her, and I don't know why, but I just kept complimenting her and talking about she's so amazing and complimenting her body and everything, and asked her to be my girlfriend. And she said, what do you think she's going to say? What do you think she's going to say, Naris 21? And she said, yes. After all this, I noticed her mood completely change. Then at the end, she told me how she thinks men should take care of her girlfriend. And that she expects me to pay her rent and spoil her. I obviously won't be paying her. I obviously won't be paying for her rent or anything. We'll probably just break up or maybe just pay for anything until she dumps me. But I don't know why she would assume I will be okay doing this though. I thought women did this with rich older men. Why would this woman think a guy her age be her sugar daddy? All right. Somebody says she has a playbook. Somebody says, you're the father. It's a boy. Congrats. Somebody says, this experience most certainly has changed him, if even in some small way. Next time he will be more prepared for this potentially reoccurring, causing him to be more guarded and inadvertently behave in a way that before this happened, he wouldn't have. In that endeavor, he is now behaving outside his previous natural, honest disposition. A wall has begun to be constructed around his emotional well-being, and in the process, calcifying him and potentially confusing his reception of future partners. He's on the road to a series of experiences that will harden him, trauma, as it were, when this happened in the opposite direction, and a woman starts to become jaded and therefore more and more difficult to emotionally attack to potential suitors. That scenario and direction we seem to be headed in as a society. We normalized it. We pushed therapy on people to help cope with it, and we chalked it up to the way it is. Bullish. Somebody says gold diggers have been a thing for a long time. Incredible Hulk says in the audience, he says 3 dates are not enough. All right. Listen, be glad that she showed you. Child, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. I will say, young man, chalk this up to at least you had sex. She let you know exactly what she wants you for. Call me old school or whatever. I don't believe in that a man is supposed to finance the woman completely. I mean, if it's the wife, if it becomes that, then it becomes that. But after 3 dates, just like Incredible Hulk says, after 3 dates, it's just not enough time. And be glad, young man, that this woman has let you know who she is from the gate. You know, she will continue to juggle multiple men, right? She will get with some that might be okay with it for a while, temporarily. You know, usually they're going to be the side chick type of situation. You know, this is just a person that wants your money. Quite frankly, they want your money. I would say the best thing you should do is run the other way, block her, ignore her, and move on to the next person. And this is not just this is not a straight people, gay people thing. This scenario happens also in gay relationships. You know, if you are with somebody and in the 3rd day already, listen, not even if you're just talking to somebody, and before year mark is up, before families have been met, and that type of rapport has been established, for them to come to you with some financial needs, oh no, absolutely not. And at the same time, that is the period to find all these things. The dating period, the courting period. You know, be glad that she told you the deal, gave you the manifesto at date 3, and not, 6 months down the line, 4 months down the line, when you are more invested, and now she's demanding these things from you, young man. Okay, so I would say brava. I know your original question is, why would she think that this will be okay? Because this is what she does, and she's looking for a sugar daddy. That's what she thought this was okay, because she's a bird. She a bird brain. She got a bird brain, and this is what she is. And, this is the type of woman that would eventually not be able to find a proper suitor or somebody, or will just get with anybody who has the financial freedom that she searches, but there's no love there. He may have side pieces or side chicks, or even a pool boy, in the vacation home or something that she's fully aware of. But as long as that, Louis, Gucci, Coochie, Cooney, all of that gets paid, and the credit cards are available, have available credit, she won't care. And it's very sad. It's very sad, but we have to identify that there's a subsect of society, given how they've been raised, what they've seen in social media, the Love and Hip Hops, the Cardi B songs, that promotes, sugar daddies and sugar babies, and just get the money and go. Go get the money, go. That's what they promote. And this is the fantasy that they're living in, until the looks begin to fade. The silicone begins to move about in certain cavities of the body. and droop down, and they're not as plump and as pump as before. And then they turn around, they realize, oh shoot, I am 40. I am 39. I'm 40. I'm 50. And I have no meaningful love in my life. I have 5 baby daddies, cash registers. I've had to fight with all these people in court settings and visitation this and rights for that, and go meet and supervise and meet me at the McDonald's or at the police station to exchange the child. I've had to deal with all of that, and I just haven't been able to enjoy true love and a good family. Or vice versa. The man wakes up and realizes, I've been with a woman who has only had her eye on my wallet. I am nearly, bankrupt because she has taken it all. And she really never cared for me. That's the realization right there. When the bomb goes off, that's the realization. That you are closer to meeting the maker than being a young, vibrant thing running the streets. And this is what you've spent your time doing. It's very important, young people, adolescents, college students, all of that you really, really think about who you give your time to. Who are you spending your time with? Okay? Who are you spending your time with? Because you just never know when your time is going to be up. You never know when your time is going to be up. And then, you wasted all this time. You can never get time back. You can never get time back. So that is my advice, young man. Okay? It's important that you see things for what they are. Be happy that she let you know at date number 3 what she really wanted from you and of you. You know what I'm saying? And just dust yourself off and go back into the pond. There's a lot more fishes out there. And fishes is not a word, but it's 9:31, so we say whatever we want. With that said, I want to thank everybody who came through now or in the replay. Please hit that like button. I come through every single night. That's right. And if there's a night that I am traveling, because there's some travel plans coming, make sure that you come through to catch the pre-recorded that I will be leaving, the premieres. All right, with that said, I will see you guys tomorrow for another confession or advice seeker. All right, with that said, have a good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.